Chapter 121, They checked, but I haven't. After Su Cheng was full, Li Chao, who was looking at him this whole time, finally asked, "Are we fucking shit up tonight?" Su Cheng nodded. "Notify everyone, go to F terminal of the East Gate port and set up an ambush there. Tonight at 6, a ship is docking and it has a large amount of cash on board." Li Chao nodded. Then, he hurriedly packed everything up from Su Cheng's car and drove his own car back to the police station. Su Cheng held his drink and looked at Chongqing's villa, faintly smiling. "So what if you have eyes in the police system? I can see through you all." After Chongqing contacted Hishan, he called his other 3 brothers. Now, he wasn't sure if the other 3 had been tailed by the police, but he also didn't trust the others enough. After the call finally went through to Second Bro Vermilion Bird, Chongqing anxiously asked, "What's happening on your end?" "We are fine here, there's no police in the vicinity watching us, we checked." "Bro, what happened?" Chongqing's face turned grim. "Someone probably leaked the plan, and we didn't get to transfer the funds away in time when the police raided the casino. Now the clients and money were both detained. That's 1.5 billion yuan of black money, what should we do?" "Humph, Hishan, that Wei peasant, actually wanted to burn the bridge and let us deal with the 2 big clients ourselves. Thank God we kept our transaction details on record and could threaten him with it. Now, he's temporarily lending us 1.5 billion yuan, but we need to put something up as collateral first. Now I don't trust anyone in Westgate, and I already have police watching me, so I can't move without being exposed. You 3 go and tell Eastgate that we will be borrowing their port tonight. At 6 p.m. sharp, go to Terminal F and wait for Hishan's ship that will be docking there to deliver the cash. Then, we will use that cash and pay our clients back first through the underground money house." "Where did you put the transaction book?" "At the safe in our old home." "Okay, we are running out of time, I will start getting things arranged right away." After Vermilion Bird hung up the call, he went with the other 2 brothers to their old home in a hurry. Their old home was basically a nest where they used to live in the past, and it was a village house. After getting the stuff, the 3 brought about 20 or so Westgate gangsters and arrived at Eastgate's port. The guy at the gate immediately stopped them and came over with a couple of Eastgate workers at the port, smiling and greeting them, "3 masters, is there anything we can help you with?" From the car, Vermilion Bird lowered the car window and handed out a check. "Do us a favor." The manager bitterly smiled. "It's not that I don't want to, but you also know that the police are watching Westgate very closely right now, and our Eastgate isn't completely clean either. Please don't spread the fire over to us as well." Vermilion Bird took a look at the watch. There was still 20 minutes left until the ship arrives. Immediately, his face revealed a little displeasure. "Sanpi, we are on the same boat. I don't have to explain to you, you and your boss probably know what would happen to you if Westgate's doomed." At this moment, Black Tortoise got off the car and said to that manager, a bit impatiently, "How about just directly call your boss for us? Little kid, did your boss not teach you manners?" Sanpi also got a bit furious. "Then I will deliver the message my boss wanted me to tell you. We can do you the favor, but Eastgate will have to become a shareholder of one of your casinos." Black Tortoise immediately grabbed that guy's collar in a bout of fury. "Do you have the balls to say that again?" He directly displayed his domineering manner and his sense of superiority, but Sanpi seemed to have big balls too, not becoming scared of these 3 men that were once legends in the underground world. He still gritted his teeth and said, "If Westgate falls, then it might as well give Eastgate a lift. Westgate wouldn't fall even if Eastgate does." Black Tortoise pushed him away and gave him a glare. "Just wait and see. If your boss wants a piece of the pie, then he should come and talk to us himself. But for now, let us in first." Vermilion Bird glanced at Sanpi and said. Sanpi knew that after he delivered the message, the rest was up to the upper management. So, he gave his men a look, and the gate was finally opened to let them pass. Many sedans drove into the port one after another and went toward Terminal F. From not far away, a cargo ship was approaching the dock. Outside the port, Su Cheng took a look at his watch, and then he sent his message to the Coast Guard division that he previously asked for cooperation. "Ready. Ready." Then, he gestured and said to the officers that were laying in ambush with him, "Let's go." Suddenly, Sanpi and the others saw over a dozen police cruisers appear and drive straight through the gate before they got to close it. Seeing the fully armed officers, the faces of the guys from Eastgate all paled. Just when he thought he should do something, Wu Gang already had a gun pointed at his head. Don't move. Su Cheng and the others directly drove past the gate and went to Terminal F, seeing the cars of those three kings of Westgate and their men. Those people immediately jumped off of the ship, which tried to leave right away. But, who knew that there were already Coast Guard speedboats that surrounded them, forcing them to dock. The three old men behind Westgate also didn't know what to do anymore and just stayed in the car. Su Cheng got out of his car. All the police had taken the entire scene under control, and he directly went to the sedan carrying those three old men and knocked on the window. Those three appeared very calm. They lowered the window and asked, "Officer, what are you doing? I heard that you guys are making a transaction involving black money." Su Cheng gave them a big smile and said, "Who did you hear that from? Are you sure? You shouldn't be so liberal with that mouth, that's a crime," Vermilion Bird said, getting a bit impatient. Su Cheng laughed. "If you guys are not committing a crime, why would I dispatch this much of the police force to try to catch you? White Tiger, you're saying there's black money, so where's that?" Su Cheng gestured to Li Chao. "Go search the boat." Li Chao nodded, and he went on board with a team to search. In the car, the three elders all looked very serious. Just now, they almost got scared enough to throw all the money into the ocean, but Mr. Hishan's men on the boat said there was no need. They had been transporting black money and doing smuggling work for years. The ship was specially modified to hide stuff. They sounded very confident, but the three bosses behind Westgate were still not very sure and were pretty worried. After waiting for about half an hour, Li Chao came out from the deck and said, a bit dejectedly, "Boss, we didn't find a large amount of cash." At this moment, Sanpi, who had been carried over, sneered and said in an annoyed tone, "What are the police doing nowadays? Why would there be such a big operation if you don't have any evidence? We are all doing legal business here." Su Cheng looked at him. "Smuggling and transporting black money is illegal. Sanpi, I've never seen you before. Which criminal investigation team are you from?" "Su Cheng, you don't need to know which team. Tonight, we received a report saying that these people are involved in transacting black money. You are responsible for this port, right? What do you have to say?" Sanpi replied in disdain, "What merit does your word hold? Officer, you can't just wrongfully accuse us of breaking the law. These people are my clients. What you are doing tonight would damage our business relationship. Are you saying our entire port transportation company is also operating illegally?" Su Cheng looked at Sanpi. "So you are saying, the two of them trading here today was arranged by you? You say these people are your clients, so that means that your transportation company also has a part in this." Sanpi thought that the police didn't find anything, so it would just be a free favor he could do for Westgate if he admitted this. What harm would it do? "Yeah, we always do legitimate business. You also saw the boat, it just contains electronic products from the other shore. We will report it to the customs. Since you already did your search, then please don't interfere with us from doing business. At this o'clock, we want to get off work too. Just leave or it will be troublesome if other people catch wind of this police raid and mistake that our transportation port is doing some sketchy business or something." Su Cheng smiled. "They checked, but I haven't yet.